If you really, really, really love your pet, then you probably go through some great lengths to show them just how much you care about them. Maybe you pull a Jack Nicholson from As Good as It Gets and give your doggy bacon. Or maybe you love your cat so much you make sure they have a limitless stash of catnip so they can be high 24/7. As much as you love your pet, even the most die-hard animal lover recognizes that there are some people who take their devotion to their furry friends just a little too far. Like this woman, who left her over $1 million fortune to her dog instead of her two sons, or any of these people who clearly love their pets more than their respective life partners, friends, or family members. Now, there are tons of arguments to be made that prove animals are kind of better than people are, and even if you believe that to be true, it is undeniable in some cases. You'll have to admit that these enormous human head-sized replicas of pet faces are absolutely terrifying. Are they wonderfully crafted? Yes. Do they exhibit the work of a true artist and consummate professional? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that these enormous masks of your pet's face, courtesy of Workshop 91 in Japan and Shindo Rika, aren't scary as heck. It's even worse when you consider the name of the special product line, My Family. The companies entered into a partnership to bring these crazy masks to the pet-adoring public and give customers an inside look into their design process in this press release. The amount of work that goes into turning your pet's face into a face that you can wear is astounding. For example, we get to see how a Bengal cat who lives in Kyoto by the name of Rui was transformed into some wearable headgear. I don't know how Rui reacted when and if their owner put this thing on their face, but I'd imagine it'd kind of be like, "I took a pill in Ibiza" music video. Only if Mike Posner saw someone else walking around with his own huge papier-mâché face. But back to the name of the line of masks, My Family. For some reason, when I think of that name, I picture an episode of The Twilight Zone where a dude finds himself trapped in a town where everyone's rocking masks like this, and he has no idea why. Maybe he's dressed like a 50s salesman? Turns out, however, that the name simply meant to capture the love that people have for their pets, which isn't scary at all. It's easy to be hard on someone who goes out of their way to buy one of these things and then actually takes pleasure in wearing it. But I guess it's just like any other hobby, like people who trick out their cars or kids that used to collect pogs. If you're thinking about getting yourself one of these, you should know that while the front of the mask is hard, the back of it is fabric, so you can't really use it as a helmet or anything, in case you were thinking about hitting the highway on your chopper and riding around with it. You should also know that this big pet pimping and animal artistry will cost you more than a few bones. You'll need a solid $2,600 if you want to floss this kind of furry bling. While that might seem like a lot of money, it really isn't if you're trying to become the king of the furries. It's worth mentioning that they don't just make cat and dog and generic pet masks either. If you notice in the photo below, there's two people rocking orangutan and rhinoceros masks. Hey, what are you up to? Nothing much, just wondering why orangutans don't play a bigger role in the rebooted Planet of the Apes trilogy. Oh, wow. Also, bananas, always thinking about bananas. They make demon heads and all sorts of other gnarly and cool masks too. They're also not the only place in Japan that's making realistic animal headpieces. Artist at Kimono Hashizokai on Instagram has made their fair share of dope masks. That bird one is some next level stuff right there. So, are you into these works of art? Would you consider dropping thousands of dollars on one to stand out on Halloween? Or are you going to be one of those low-budget, last-minute costumes that are usually tied to some trending political topic?